Videos on acceleration. What is acceleration? Well, acceleration is the rate of change in the velocity. So there's a formula for acceleration, which is acceleration equals change in velocity divided by time taken. Now we'll quickly look at the units. Acceleration is measured in meters per second squared. Velocity is measured in meters per second. Time taken is measured in seconds. So change in velocity is equal to the final velocity minus the initial velocity. So that's how we find the change in velocity. And then we divide it by time taken to find the acceleration. The reason why it's meters per second squared is because it's actually the units for velocity is meters per second, and then we're dividing it by time taken, and the units for time taken are also is just seconds. So we divide it by seconds, and then because there's two, then it's just quickly written as meters per second squared. That's the reason why it's meters per second squared. Now we'll try a practice question. So a car accelerates from 5 meters per second to 25 meters per second in 10 seconds. Find the acceleration of the bus. So if we look back to our formula, acceleration is equal to change in velocity over time taken. So to find the change in velocity, we first have to take away the initial speed from the final speed. So that's 25 minus 5, which is 20, and divide it by the time taken, which is 10 seconds. So that's over 10. 20 divided by 10 is 2. So now we have it. Acceleration equals 2 meters per second squared. So it's not really hard. Now we're going to do some quick fire questions. Try them first and then we'll look them. So just pause the video. Okay. What is velocity? Velocity is speed in a given direction. This is really important you remember the given direction bit, because this changes speed, which is a scalar quantity, into velocity, which is a vector quantity. So maybe 10 meters per second north or 10 meters per second to the right. To make it velocity, you have to have that given direction. What is the unit of speed? Well, the unit of speed is just meters per second, or any other thing like miles per hour. What is the unit of acceleration? Well, it's meters per second squared, or like miles per hour squared. If a bus accelerates from 10 meters per second to 15 meters per second in 10 seconds, what's the acceleration? So the change in velocity, we have to find that as 15, take away 10, which is 5. And the time is 10 seconds. So 5 over 10, if we simplify that, we get 0.5. So the acceleration is 0.5 meters per second squared.